Okay.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to this episode of Kevy Eats World. On this episode, we're going to do some basic knife skills on how to chop an onion and how to chop some garlic. I actually got this request from a few friends of mine who struggle with this. So we'll kind of go through this. The first thing we'll go through is how to chop an onion. So really, you just have to know the parts of the onion so when you go through it. So this part of the onion will be where the stem of where the bulbs would grow. And this will be the root, right? And so we want to keep the root intact because that's going to be the anchor point for when we cut. So the first thing that I would do with this onion, just because it has such a flat top, is I'm going to cut this in half. Okay. And then I'm going to cut the top of the onion where the bulb would be. Again, leaving the root intact. And then you're going to remove the tunic, which is essentially this outer layer of the onion. And sometimes it's just easier to remove one of the outer leaves in order to get through the process. And you're gonna discard this to the side. And then essentially what you're gonna do is you're gonna do some cuts along the side of the onion. You're gonna do some cuts on the opposite way of the onion, and then you're gonna chop through the onion. So if we zoom in here a little bit, and you want to be careful not to go through to the end of the onion. But again, this is having the root still on the onion is going to allow the onion to stay intact. So we're going to go through the onion here. Just watch your fingers. And if you notice, I'm stopping. I'm not going all the way through the onion. And we'll do another one here. Again, I'm not going all the way through. I'm stopping. And then we can do a little one at the top. Again, not going all the way through, stopping. And then we're gonna go to the side. So we're gonna slice. Again, if you see, I'm not going all the way through. I am stopping. And again, the amount of slices that you'll do will depend on the size of the chop or dice that you wanna do. Generally, it'd be about 6 to 7 slices. So now that we've sliced all the way through, we're just gonna do some cuts along the side. And so now you're gonna cut all the way through the onion. And again, you could cut short for some small dice, you could cut bigger for some large chops, but you just wanna make sure that you're cutting the same size of the onion so that when you're sauteing or whatever it is, the onions are cooking evenly through the process. So again, you can use your finger here as an anchor point. You could hold the back of the onion, but you really want to make sure the sides of your fingers are keeping the onions intact. You also want to make sure your knife is sharp so you don't slice your finger. Again, we're going to slice, we're going to slice, and we're going to slice. And then when you get to the end of the onion, you could decide this is enough, or you could chop down. You can see there's a little extra parts of this to get some nice even cuts here. But really, you have what you need for your onion. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing with the garlic. Again, you'll have the root of the garlic bulb, and then you'll have the top part of the bulb as well. And so the first thing that you're gonna wanna do, if we zoom in here, is this part of the garlic you're gonna wanna slice off. It just doesn't have a good flavor and doesn't really add a lot of purpose. The second thing that you're gonna wanna do for a little trick is you're gonna wanna place your knife flat over the garlic, keeping your knife nice and sturdy, and then you're gonna take your hand and you're just gonna smash down on your garlic bulb. And then you're gonna peel the tunic away from the garlic here. And again, it's just this outside covering of your garlic. And then again, I like to smash it one more time because it'll make it a little bit easier to chop. And so the first thing that you'll do is you'll do something similar with your garlic, is you'll slice. As you can see, I'm making slices across the garlic. And then you can kind of line your garlic up again, and you're just going to slice across here. As you can see, go as slow as you need to. You don't have to rush through this process, especially if you're not comfortable. You don't want to slice part of your finger off. And then at the end, what you can simply do, if you want to get it a little bit, I know, buddy, it's okay. A little bit of a smaller dice, you can put your hand on top of your knife, and then you can just slowly rotate the knife, chopping through the garlic. And as you can see, you have a nice pile of garlic you can use for sauteing. Then you have a nice, even cut of onions for sauteing. So thanks for watching this episode of Kev Eats World. The little guy's getting hungry, so we're gonna go ahead and feed him. If you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.